Welcome to the video. Today's video is going to just go over the comments that I've recently been getting, mostly about MEPS. So you guys have been leaving a lot of comments, which is great. Some of the comments have started little conversations, answer other people's questions that they've had, which is really cool. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer some of the comments in this video, which I typically respond to the comments, kind of short answers, try to keep it short and brief. In the video, I'm going to kind of explain a little bit more in depth when it comes to each answer that I gave. So first question, should prior service guys be worried, since most of us say a lot of stuff are wrong with us before we get out? And to this one I say yes. Not that you should be worried, but you should just know that if you say yes to everything whenever you are getting out of the military, it may help your VA claim, it may help your claims when it comes to disability, things like that. But if you do plan on getting out and then eventually possibly getting back in, everything that you said yes to that was an issue or that was a concern or that became a condition, that is going to show up whenever you process through MEPS right now. Will MEPS run Genesis on shippers who pass medical before March 10th? Answer to this question is no. If your physical does not expire within 2 years, then you are good. If your physical expires, if your physical is 2 years old and it has expired or it is going to expire before you ship out, then you will have to re-physical. A new pre-screen will be submitted for you, and if it is, that is going to be after March 10th, and then you will be run through Genesis. This isn't really a question, but it's more like a little statement that was put on there. I went to MEPS today, swore in, and they were literally able to see almost every medical record of my life. Doc brought up something about 2007, and I was born in 2003. So, depending on the hospital, depending on where you got a lot of your medical, records are at, it can be pulled up through Genesis. I think the reason why I screenshotted this was because the comment that this question got, or this statement got, this is honestly disturbing. I get why they do it, but still it seems like an invasion of privacy. So if you go to this this little comment, it's some other people kind of let them know of you sign a disclosure pretty much releasing medical records, medical information. That's part of the pre-screen packet. So when you sign that, that is allowing MEPS, that is allowing USMEPCOM to pull previous medical records and your current medical status and utilize that to see if you qualify or if you are not qualified for military service. I enlisted, swore in on the 17th. I did medical. A couple of guys stood there 3 to 4 hours until the doctors understood how to use the new system instead of doing it all on paper. But in all, everyone, you're going to be okay. Medical was quick and easy, made the MEPS guides be in your favor. So a lot of the doctors are a lot of the providers for the MEPS, they are on-call providers, meaning they're fee bases. So they're not in MEPS Monday through Friday. They're in MEPS when the applicant load is going to be heavy, when one of the doctors is going to be out. So it's almost like a substitute teacher. Not all of these doctors are in the system every single day. And that is the reason why pre-screens are taking a lot longer to process through, because there's less doctors to be reviewing them. Your actual physical exam may take a little longer depending on your provider, because they may not be 100% familiar with the system. Just be patient. It is going to be a long day. It starts early. You're going to be there all day. Typically get out around lunchtime from medical to finish the rest of your processing with your liaisons and downstairs for processing. Alright, so after MEPS Genesis, still have to go grab documents for like 5 things: doctors, pharmacies, and hospital. MEPS Genesis is a load of BS. Had 2 people at MEPS, including me. Good luck to the recruiters getting people in. Yes, recruiting numbers have gone down tremendously because of this system. So Genesis is not a one-stop shop. It is not going to grab everything. There might be some things that it will give some medications for, that typical conditions are for, that the doctors are unsure what you got that medication for, and if that's the case, that's just as an example, but if that's the case, the doctors will ask for more documents, because Genesis or JLV did not provide all the documents they're needing. to come to their conclusion whether you are physically qualified or not for military service. Are they pulling MHS Genesis at reception? So MHS Genesis only gets pulled when a pre-screen is put into the system. Rule of thumb, MHS Genesis only gets pulled when your pre-screen is submitted into the system. What about current service members? Will they be able to pull my records from now on? Yes, current service members, all of your stuff is in, or all your stuff should be in JLV, or in Genesis will pull it as well, because you're already in the medical system for military, and the MTFs, they use Genesis now, and yeah, so that's a, yeah. Do they pull Genesis before they submit for a waiver, or how does this work? So Genesis, again, only gets pulled when a pre-screen is submitted. A pre-screen is only submitted when you are put into the system to physical. So each time you physical, which a physical lasts for 2 years, each time you physical, a pre-screen has to be put in before you are authorized to process for that physical. After you physical, then a waiver gets put in, and the service decides whether you are waived from whatever the condition is that could possibly disqualify you. When it comes to the waivers, depending on the service, depending on the day, depending on the time of the year, depending on numbers, there's so many factors. Two people can have the same condition, exact 2 applicants. And depending on a lot of situations that your recruiters aren't going to know, the liaisons aren't going to know, MEPS isn't going to know, depending on a lot of situations and who reviews your record, one person could get waived and the other person could get disqualified. It is just how the cookie crumbles when it comes to if something is going to get waived. You can always talk to another service. They can submit your paperwork and see if that branch or service is willing to waive whatever the issue is that Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy, whatever the other services wouldn't waive for you. Then you can go to another recruiter, let them know that you physicaled. They will grab your physical from MEPS electronically, and what's called spiff change, and they will try and grab your information, pull it over into that branch of service, submit your paperwork, and see if they can get that condition waived. Now, sometimes it does get waived and that person ends up switching services and all is good. Sometimes another branch of service will disqualify that same condition. Does Genesis get run at MEPS pre-screen or when you arrive at MEPS? I've already answered this question, and Genesis runs when your pre-screen is submitted. Alright, so if you say no to everything at MEPS, will they still be able to see your whole entire medical history? Yes. Genesis pulls as much information as it can, all in the electronic system. It will pull medications, past procedures, can even pull some consults that you've had in the past. It pulls a lot of medical information, and if it only pulls some information and does not give the doctors a full picture on start to finish for whatever the issue or condition was, then they will ask for additional documents. My recruiter submitted my paperwork at MEPS March 1st. It's now March 31st, and my recruiter says it hasn't gotten any word on me. I know MEPS is changing, and change is rough. Should I be worried that it's taking so long for me? No. As I explained at the beginning, providers, the doctors that are at the MEPS, it's taking them a lot longer. There's actually other MEPS helping each other to process pre-screens, because some of the MEPS are behind pre-screens in the hundreds. Just a lot of stuff that the doctors are having to ask for, they're having to look at, and it's not that it's just, yes, it's a new system, but there's also a lot of steps and processes that come into that system, and MEPS in general has lost a lot of employees due to just changes, people PCSing, things like that. And it's all kind of hit and happened at once. Just got to A school for HM. How often do we PT? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was usually before breakfast. We would be up, I think it was 4:30 is when we start PTing, and then we have like 10-15 minutes to shower. We have to muster up, and then we head to breakfast. Can MEPS pull information that was amended from a note in VA record? Yes, that is a definite yes, because it's an MTF. medical record, so they'll be able to pull that. All right, so that's kind of the questions that, or the comment section that has drawn to my attention in the past couple of days, past weeks. Go ahead and leave some more comments down below. Other people can answer those questions. Other people may have those same questions, and it's good to see, you know, the community in the comment section talking to each other, helping each other out. And the Navy, military, service branches is very, very small. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.